All your favourite songs right here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Radio Aotearoa. Ka pai.
Join Tane Randall, Jerry Serusu, Tony Alatini and Anthony Serusu with WesSA on Saturday Morning Sport here on Radio Aotearoa.
Morning you with Saturday Morning Sport with WesSA. And I'm just talking with George. I've had some feedback, George, from last week around the Christchurch and around the NRL bringing in a second team.
I know. Well, look, I do you think New Zealand's big enough to have two teams?
Well, there's, I think they are. I think the South Island is ready for a second.
I think, Wes, this is just my own thoughts around the opportunity. I think the Warriors have got to actually win a grand final first, or a final, or some form of they've just got to do it before we actually think about bringing in a second team.
Well, I think the Warriors are close.
Close is not winning.
I think this team will come in.
Because you're so optimistic, as the CC brothers say, you better buy a lotto.
Yeah, I better buy a lotto. But I think the Warriors are close. And I think 2030 is what this team is hoping to come in, or 2028. And I think that'll be good timing. They'll win a competition and then set off. What you don't want is like what happened in soccer. Like you had the Phoenix been around for so long,
right?
In Auckland FC come in 2 years, they've won up to Phoenix be trying to win.
Yeah, wow.
So, hey, I think we've got a caller on the line that wants to talk about Christchurch and the second NRL team. Hello, caller, you there, Ron?
Yeah, kia ora, WesSA. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Just up in your neck of the woods, Tamaki Makaurau.
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
Oh, nice. But you live in Christchurch?
Yeah. Christchurch, Otautahi resident here, so a bit passionate about all things sports down there.
So, what do you think about this noise around having a NRL team based down there? And down there in Christchurch with their new stadium?
Oh, I think we've gone beyond the noise, and from what I'm hearing, the latest is that Christchurch City Council have sort of like approached the NRL. So there is a sort of like a unified bid. So what they've done is got the factions together with the Southern Orcas, which is led by Sir Graham Lowe and Andrew Chalmers. So that's also with that bid with the South Island NRL bid, which is led by former Warriors coach Frank Endicott. So that's been put through from Auckland City Council, and I think a lot of that's come through from the Warriors game, sort of like a couple of weeks ago when that was just next level, and you were down there too, so you would have experienced firsthand. Sort of like what Christchurch had to offer. Yeah.
Ron, yeah. I think one of the good things about Christchurch is the fact that they've got this new stadium. Hundreds of millions of dollars actually gone into this brand new stadium, and already you've seen game after game, concert after concert come to Christchurch. So is that one of the main reasons that you think having a second team from the South Island playing in the NRL will actually be great coming from Christchurch?
Yeah, absolutely, George. And I think there's a proven sort of like, appetite for rugby league, not only down in Christchurch and Canterbury, but throughout the South Island, West Coast. And, you just look at what Canterbury Rugby League have done over the last few years. They've sort of like implemented secondary schools competition in Canterbury. I think it was in 2023, the first time. So that same year, one of the secondary schools down there, St. Thomas, sort of like won the national secondary schools that same year, but also took it out the following year. So, I mean, rugby league is growing quite strongly and nicely down in the South Island. So that's sort of like, something that, the Canterburyans and South Islanders, really pushing for that 20th team in the NRL. I think it's 2030, isn't it, WesSA?
Yes. I think that's correct there. Right, hey, you sound like a passionate future Orca member.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm a Bulldogs first and foremost, but I mean, if there was a team to come down into, Canterbury, South Island, I'll don that jersey, no doubt, and I'm sure, most South Islanders would as well. But I mean, another thing is that there are sort of like pathways down in the South Island. You look at Canterbury Bulldogs running sort of like clinics down in Ngāpuni-wise. So, NRL have put in, sort of like a lot of investment down in that area. But also you're looking at the Warriors as well. They've got big recruitments and, you just need to look at the young players coming through. Tanner's Stella Smith, but also Bishop Neal as well. There's a few of them, and the hooker with the Telfor.
Yeah.
So the Warriors are picking up some good young players coming out of the local Canterbury, market. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rod, thanks for your call. Yeah, in future, like the couples keep ringing us up and talk about what's happening down in Christchurch. It'd be good to get that local knowledge.
Yeah,
Cheers, man.
Absolutely, Wezza. And here's the thing: tonight, All Blacks game.
Yeah.
First time you're going to see New Zealand One Stadium, 30,000. So what they've done is add, that stand, that northern stand, 5,000. It's going to be the first time we'll see the stadium to full capacity. So excited about that as well.
Yeah, no, that's on, mate. Awesome. Thank you, man, for my man on the ground. Ron, you were talking about Saturday morning sport with Wezza.
Here's Wes, Saturday Morning Sports with Speedy Signs, Kingsland.
Radio Aotearoa.
Weatherwise Dunedin, proudly supported by the Whānau Ora Community Clinic. Making sure you're on top of the weather, call them on 0800 367 942.
And finally, Dunedin for this morning. You've got partly cloudy with a chance of showers.